Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you guys are good today. I thought I would come on here today to do a transfer video as there's a few things I wanted to speak about today. And yeah, I hope you guys are well. And if you guys have got any Arsenal questions you want to ask me today, then of course you're more than welcome to send them in. I'll be on here for a little bit. Big up to 170 Gunner, big up Gossip with the transfer gossip. So yeah, I'm going to speak about a few things today. Obviously with Timber, Ranieri and another player we have been linked to, which I'll go through. But make sure you guys are liking this video and make sure you do subscribe if you haven't already. Now, I want to jump into this now. So I want to start off by talking about Timber because Timber's contract is, I'm pretty sure Timber's contract is till 2028. But Arsenal are looking to renew it. Obviously we're in 2026, so it would be good to renew it now because it'd be nice to know that he'd be here for a little while. I would like to extend it till like 2030 because a lot of our players' contracts are till 2030, like Gabriel. So I feel like that would be a really big thing for us if we could do that. So yeah, Timber potentially signing a new deal. It says here that there is a will from all parties to reach an agreement to extend his stay in London with Arsenal. As I mentioned, his deal expires in 2028. He is a very important player for us, so we do want to make sure that he is going to be here for a while, and we know how important he is at right back. So that is obviously good news. I'm hoping we'll hear some point soon about the deal, and hopefully, yeah, he'll stay with Arsenal for the future. So I'm waiting to hear any updates on Timber, but that was sort of 2 days ago. So hoping we're going to see some more stuff. Big up to Chris and UFC. Good win for Newcastle. Yeah, Newcastle do need to keep winning now and getting higher up that table. So that was definitely a really good win for Newcastle. So yeah, the first one was Timber. So hopefully you'll hear some news in upcoming days. Now I'm going to go on now to talk about Ethan Nwaneri because it's a difficult one, isn't it? We know Arsenal he isn't playing a lot, is he? And we know that if we're being honest, he needs to get some playing time somewhere. So I think if Arteta doesn't plan really on playing him, anytime soon, I do think it would be a good option to move him on a loan. I don't mind him going on a loan. I wouldn't want him to go though. I wouldn't want him to go long term. I think Ranieri is such a great player, and it would be a huge blow if he did leave. So I hope he does. Hope he does come back. But Bournemouth have registered an interest in Ethan Nwaneri, who could be allowed to leave the Emirates on loan this month. So Nwaneri comes to Bournemouth, and that would be a good. I think that'd be a good move for him. So I'm hoping he would get some regular football because I think if he's just on the bench, it's not doing him any good. Him just being on the bench where he could be going out and playing, football, regular football somewhere. And Bournemouth would be a great team, especially a team in the Premier League as well. Getting, having experience there would be really beneficial for us. I mean, we saw it a while ago, Saliba, he went on loan, he came back. So just because he goes on loan, there's still like guarantee he could come back. So hopefully he will hopefully he will come back one day, but it looks like he could be off in this window. So I think it's difficult. I think a lot of people won't be happy with him going on loan. But I think realistically, if we're not going to play him, then it would be for the best to see him go on loan. So I don't think it's like a bad idea at all. I think it could be a good thing for him as he's so like special and talented. If he's just on the bench, it's gonna hinder his development. He needs to be out playing football. So that is obviously what I think about that. But let me know, guys, what you think. Big up to Chris. Just need to keep it going. Do you talk about all football or just Arsenal? Well, I mainly talk about Arsenal. To be honest with you, I know when I do match previews when we play Newcastle, we'll obviously talk about Newcastle. I mainly do match previews and reviews, and I do talk about England as well. and do stuff on women's football. But that's pretty much what I do. Big up to yourself, Chris. Big up to the chat as well. If you guys have got any questions you want to ask me while I'm chatting, I will happily do that. I don't expect us to have a big window, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't really expect us to do too much, if I'm being brutally honest with you guys. We've had a big summer, so I don't expect us to go out there and bring in many players. I think it would be nice for us to bring in a player or two, maybe for a bit of depth, but we are going to have to see what happens there for that. But yeah, that's it. I don't think we'll have many outgoings. I think Nwaneri will probably go out. I don't think we're going to see many outgoings at all. I think it's probably going to stay how it is. But again, I wish Nwaneri well if he does go out on loan, and I'm excited to see how he does. I mean, he's so young, so I do feel like it would be best for him to go out really and get some game time. So we'll have to see. Big up to you. Hello, fan of yours. Thank you so much. Big up to the chat. Good to see you guys here. Now, the next player that I'm going to actually speak about is a young player called Igor Tyjon, who is at Blackburn Rovers. I do apologise if I pronounce any of these names wrong. So also looking to sign him. He's a forward. He can play on the wing, and he's only 17, which is so young. It really is very, very young. So yeah, we're looking to maybe bring him in. Like you said, he's a striker. I don't think we would play him up front because we have got Havertz. You've got Gyökeres, you've got Marino as well, Jesus. So I don't think we'd play him up front if we were to buy him. I think we'd probably play on the left. I do think we need a left winger, to be honest with you, because I do feel like we are a little bit, and that's probably a weaker position in the attack. It's on the wing, so I do think we could do with a player to come in there. So he might be playing on the left, and we were interested in him in the summer. We made 2 bids for him. Like I said, he's centre forward. He can play on the wings, which would be good. And his contract ends with Blackburn in the summer. So interested to see if we are going to go for him or if we will ever get him. He is very, very young, so I'm interested to see if we're actually going to bring him in. But he's a player that we were interested in before, so potentially we'll be bringing him in. So yeah, that is obviously a few players that that Arsenal have been looking at. I'm going to speak about more transfer chats, but I just want to read out some of these. Can you name some Arsenal players who won't be happy with Arteta at the moment for not getting game time? That's a really good question. I think Nwaneri probably knows he won't start, but I think Nwaneri's probably a little bit gutted that he's not had much playing time. Eze, if I was Eze, I would think to myself, why aren't I playing? Why aren't I getting more game time? So I think Eze would probably be a little bit, maybe a little bit frustrated, but I think Eze probably knew coming into this team that Odegaard's our captain. Odegaard's probably going to play quite a lot, so I feel like he might have known that coming into this Arsenal team. I think isn't happy. I don't know for sure, but I think Kepa isn't like happy with like a game time. I think Kepa wants to play with football, and I don't. It's difficult with Kepa. Kepa's come in and he's not going to be a starter. That's his role in the team, to come on in cup games or to come on in those moments where we rest Raya. So I feel like with Kepa, he should know that was his role. He was never going to be a first choice goalkeeper, but we don't know how he's feeling about it. He might have felt quite annoyed about the fact that is his role. So yeah, I don't think there's many players, if I'm being honest, that are frustrated. I think Arteta is managing certain players' minutes quite well, to be fair, but I do think there will be certain players that will be a little bit annoyed, like I said. But Arteta's tried to balance out. Arteta's gave players like Marino some minutes. He's gave, I'm sure Havertz is going to come in and get some minutes too. We've also seen Jesus get more minutes. So I think it's hard with some of these players. I mean, I do think Nwaneri should have had more chances, if I'm being honest with you guys. But I get, obviously, that's Arteta's choice now, and I don't agree with it. But Ranieri is probably gonna go on loan now, but I think there's probably only a few players that are probably unhappy with the lack of game time. I did think maybe Ben White at the start of the season, but we have seen more of Ben White. Ben White is obviously really good and he's great going forwards. But unfortunately, Ben White, the injuries are an issue. So I feel like that's why Ben White probably can't play more than he wants to because of those injuries. Those are obviously a bit of a setback for Ben White. So, yeah, I think Arteta's doing quite good at managing minutes, to be honest with you. I think he's quite good manager in that sense and giving other players a chance. So that's probably what I'd say for that. Big up to AFC Fan 1996. Smash the likes and subscribe. Thank you so much for your support. And also, guys, if you're watching this, make sure you do like and subscribe. So yeah, that is a few rumours that I saw today. Obviously, I do think Timber will be signing a deal pretty soon, and I do think that we're going to see Ranieri go on loan, which is not a surprise at all because I think for Ranieri, he needs to, his development's so important and he probably should go out somewhere, go out on loan and get some playing time. There has been a lot of other links and I don't want to talk about things that I don't see realistic because obviously when I'm reading stuff, it's like Rodrigo to Arsenal, and I just don't think that ever happen. I don't see anything. See, it says here another headline is that Arsenal are interested in Rodrigo. I mean, I do think the left wing is a big issue for us. Like, I do think we have to strengthen on the left. Like, I do think the left hand side is a position we could improve in. Like, for me personally, I think Trossard is amazing. Martinelli is amazing, but I think they're both better off the bench. I think they're both impactful off the bench. So I feel like we need someone that's going to be a starter, and then we have players that will come off the bench. So it says here that Arsenal lodged first 52 million bid for Rodrigo. I don't know if I believe this, but I will read it to you anyway. It says that Arsenal have submitted an opening bid worth 60 million euros, which is 52 million for forward Rodrigo. The Athletic have confirmed the Gunners' interest in Rodrigo, with Spanish publication claiming an offer has now been made. I do think there'll be a lot of people interested in Rodrigo because he is a great player. I do think he will cost a lot of money. I think with Rodrigo, if we were to hypothetically bring him in, I think he would probably have to accept that he would probably play a lot, but there'll be games where he won't be playing, and that's something that I feel like you'd have to come to terms with, because even if you come to Arsenal, there's no guarantee you're going to be a starter week in, week out. Sometimes your role isn't going to be like that. So I feel like if he came in, I'd want him to know that he wouldn't always... He'd probably start a lot of the time, but then Trossard deserves chances as well. So it says here that Madrid are yet to respond to the bids, but are believed to value the Brazil international closer to 87 million. So it seems as though I think he would want an exit. I'm under the impression that he'd be happy with an exit, to be honest with you, because I think he would get a lot more minutes at Arsenal. And I think I was interested in him in the summer. I did quite a few videos about Rodrigo and Eze. I spoke quite a lot about the both of them, and obviously we ended up with Eze, and I'm really happy with Eze, and I think Eze is an amazing player to have. But I think with Rodrigo, having him in the team as well would be very beneficial for us. So hopefully we do bring him in, but it says that they're yet to respond to Arsenal's offer. So that is obviously really, really interesting. I'm hoping we'll hear some more news regarding that. But it says here that Sport claimed earlier in the winter that Madrid have put Rodrigo on the market. So I think you're going to get a lot of money for Rodrigo because he is a great player, and he would make a huge difference in Arsenal's team. I think a lot of others, I think maybe Saudi teams might be interested in him as well. But I think for us, I think we would probably play big. We would probably pay big for him. Like, I don't think we'd be afraid to pay a big price. They obviously want about probably 87 million. I don't know if we would pay that, but you know what? I think we have to go for it. But yeah, listen, that's obviously with Rodrigo. Big up, guys, as well. Hope you guys are good, and let me know if you want any questions. If you've got any questions for me, I will keep scrolling through and seeing what the latest news is regarding Arsenal. But a lot of it is just transfer rumours at the moment. Like I said, I'm not expecting us to bring many players in because of obviously the window. We had a very big window in the summer. We spent a lot of money, so I'm not like expecting us to go all big in this window. But obviously, I would like us to. It would be nice for us to go big in this window. Who should we sign this January? That is a great question. I mean, I did a video about this. I think it was yesterday, and there's a few players that I would like, but I don't know if it would really happen. I would love like a Mark Guehi Arsenal to help us. I don't think we need to make too many signings because I think we're doing good already, and I don't think we need to be worried about that. So I feel like we're doing pretty good with the players we have. We've got, if you look at the striker position, you've got like a few. You've got Havertz, you've got Jesus, Jacques Marino. On the left is the maybe our weakness. The right, you've got Saka, you've got Madueke, and then obviously the midfield's probably an area where we could improve on. I think I want to see a little bit more of Norgard this season. I think defensively, I'd probably want to bring in a defender in because we have injuries and we've had a lot of injuries defensively this season. I mean, there's players that I'd love, but would it happen? Probably not. I would love like a Morgan Rogers Arsenal, but I'm thinking to myself that maybe that would be more of a summer one. I do think we have to bring in. I think a left winger would be good for us because like I get you got Trossard, Martinelli, but I think with Martinelli, like I do really feel like with Martinelli he's so much better coming off the bench. Like he's that super sub. He gives you the impact, whereas he starts a full game. I don't think that we get that as much. So I feel like we've just got to work out the positions, but I don't think we need to make too many signings. I don't think in January teams generally do make a lot of signings. I think a lot of clubs do wait till the summer and maybe add in a player or two that they like, but I don't really think teams make too many signings in this window, to be honest with you. But yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, to answer your question, I don't really think we'll be making many many signings, but I think we could do with a midfielder, maybe a defender. Maybe a winger, left wing would be good for sure to help us. We need a little bit of help on the left, so would be very happy if someone could come in and help us on the left. So yeah, like I said, we'll have to see what happens. The window is open for a while, so we're going to see what will happen. I'm just going to try and share my screen now with you guys. I want to just have a little look regarding transfer news. So yeah, obviously the headlines at the moment are about Amorim being sacked. It's crazy what's going on outside Arsenal. But listen, it is interesting to see. So let me just try and look at any more transfer news to kind of go through. Just to let you guys know, Arsenal women have signed a right back. I have done a separate video on that, so do give that a watch. Big up to Guna3066. I don't think they will sign anyone, but I'm having doubts. Gyökeres, not sure if he will be the player we need. I think maybe another strikers Jesus can play left wing. Yeah, it's a good point, isn't it? Really, like I think Gyökeres has been such a tough one because I think if you'd have asked me now, like my expectations, probably would have expected more from him by now. I do think he's doing good things. Like I don't think that he's all bad, but I do agree with you. I do think he needs to do a bit more, and I do agree. There are times where I am worried about Gyökeres. Like I do think, can he do a bit more, or I want him to get goals. So it has been a while since Gyökeres has scored. I know he scored a penalty. I think it was against Everton, but I do agree with you that, and I think Jesus is going to be a pivotal part because it's really interesting. Like, I think if you'd asked me a few months ago about would I sell Jesus, I probably would have said yeah. But now I do think we need him. I do think that he's really important for us, and I feel like his experience, his energy he brings to the team is so refreshing. And it's someone that we need in the team. So I do agree with you there. I'm just gonna have a look regarding Arsenal. But a lot of it is pretty much to do with, you know, Rodrigo. So let me just have a look now and then. But yeah, if you guys have got any questions in the meantime, do send them in. Let me just have a look here. And then I will share my screen. But obviously Timber as well, like I said before, him signing a contract is pretty much going to happen. I'm just going to see if I obviously try and share my screen now, guys. Just yeah. But yeah, obviously big up to chat. I will be doing these pretty much weekly because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of news every week. So I hope we're going to hear some more news, but I don't think we'll sign anyone. I won't be like mad if we don't. I would just feel like a bit frustrated because we might look back on this and think, oh, if we'd have just signed like a winger, we'd just signed a forward. I think we could do with a reinforcement in our attack, if I am being honest with you guys, because I do think our attack is sometimes it struggles, it really does. There's games where we just can't finish our chances. I know we've got players that can step up. Declan Rice is a great example of that, but do you think we need players that could help us? And I'm sure teams around us are going to strengthen as well, so it wouldn't hurt us bringing someone else in. So we'll have to see if we do. Fingers crossed, guys. But let me just try and share my screen now. We'll have a look at the latest news. Let me just try and share this. Okay, so I hope you guys can see this all okay. So let's just have a look here at the latest news here. Okay, so Rodrigo again is a lot of the topic here. So it says here also don't have to be as active as others, as we know we've done quite a lot. It looks as though the squad is stacked in more than one area. Nwaneri and Lewis Skelly have been linked with exit. You know what, I've not actually spoke to you guys actually about Lewis Skelly, but that is actually a good point. We could see him leave actually. This is what I was talking to you guys about before. Arsenal are looking to sign talented Igor Tyjon from Blackburn Rovers. We made 2 bids last summer. With Arsenal seeing their second bid rejected around 2.2 million. That is a player that I think we may possibly sign. He is 17 years old, so he is very, very young. But I do think it'd be a good signing. I think he's very young as well, so I think he's got a lot of potential. Let's see. Yeah, I do agree with you. It's a good problem to have with having, a headache to have at the moment. I think Gyökeres needs this competition. If I am being honest, I do think competition's healthy, especially at this stage of the season. I think especially Gyökeres, the fact he's not scoring, I do think that this competition could only make him stronger. But Jesus does deserve some chances to play because he's making it difficult at the moment. So just want to read this out. Rice backs Gyökeres. He says so he has to use his strength. He has all he can do to help the team. With my first goal, I thought him making it run, Gabriel Martinez flicking, holding it, setting off Mount Odegaard, the goal would happen. That is true. Like I do get with Gyökeres, he's doing good things. Like it's not all bad, but I think we just look at the goals and he's not getting enough, and that does worry us a little bit as fans. Like I do think that is the case. But I do think Gyökeres hopefully will become good. So let me just check if there's any more. you wouldn't be where we are without him. Yeah, Man City have helped us definitely now, which honestly feels amazing to be 6 points clear. Like I'm genuinely so happy about that. But that is pretty much some of the news I wanted to talk to you guys. So I'm going to come back now. But yeah, if you guys have got anything you want to ask me, then obviously I'll happily answer it. But that is pretty much some of the things I wanted to chat with you guys today about. I am hoping we are going to hear some more updates and more news. But again, I think we'll have quite a quiet window because again we don't need to make too many changes. But I think we could do a player or two to come in and help us in the team. But yeah, I think Lewis Skelly might be going. I think we'll keep Lewis Skelly because of Calafiori. I think Calafiori's injuries, but then you've got Hincapié. But I do think we'll keep him here in this window. I do like Lewis Skelly. Like I do think he's a very viable player. I don't want to get rid of him. I would be a bit sad if we were to move him on loan because I still think there's a place for him right now. A left back. I know Calafiori is that number one player, but I do think there's players here that could really help. So, yeah, I think it's important to have depth in a lot of the positions. AFC fan says we should keep Lewis Skelly. Yeah, I would like us to keep him, but again, if he goes on loan, I think we leave ourselves a little bit short. I do worry in a way, but we'll have to see how we get on. I will be ending this, guys, in about 5 minutes' time. So do drop in any questions you have for me. Please, guys, make sure you are liking this video and subscribing if you haven't already. But yeah, I'm excited to see what this window is going to bring. I think we're going to see a lot more things happen for sure. I think we're going to see a lot more news as well. But that is pretty much the news that I want to discuss with you guys today. Big up to the chat as well. Obviously, to those that are new, it's good to see new faces in here. I will be getting guests on my show this week. I will be doing a lot of content. Obviously, the women's team's back in action soon, so I will be doing content regarding Arsenal women. But do check out, I did the video, like I said before, about Arsenal women's new signing if you do want to check it out. Big up to Guna3066. I think we'll know more when the cup games start. A lot of squad players will start Portsmouth. Yeah, we have Portsmouth soon. I think. Let me check. I just want to check before I end this in a sec. But we do have Portsmouth. I just want to. So we play Portsmouth on the 11th of January, so that is honestly not far away. I do think in those games we're going to see a very rotated squad like that. Those are the games I feel like I went there, Lewis Skelly, players like that. So I'm interested to see if we are gonna do that at all. But yeah, I think we'll have to see who we still have here soon. But that is pretty much the latest news regarding Arsenal. I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens in this window. But that is obviously big up, Chris. Good to see you here. Happy New Year to you as well. But yeah, I don't think we're going to see. I think we could see a few outgoings happen with Waneri, Lewis Skelly potentially. I'm not too sure on Lewis Skelly, but I could probably see things happening. So yeah, I'm excited to see what will happen. Like I said, I'll be back daily to kind of give you guys updates because I'm sure there's always stuff to talk about. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed my video. And I'll be back doing more of these very soon. And please make sure you guys like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video.